and we're gonna give you a completely different perspective of what Mexico looks like. So now that we've set you up for what you think it looks like now, we're gonna check something out completely different. Today, I'm feeling much better, as you can tell. I'm at like 90%, I would say. So I'm hoping by tomorrow I'll feel at 100%. Today, Chris and I are going to hop on a bus and we're going to PTL. And you might be asking, well, why are you going to PTL? We don't really know. We're just gonna go explore. I've only been there once and it was on food tour. So we're gonna go explore that on our own. I feel like it was a cool area the one time we went, so I'm hoping we can explore that a little bit more. So we're gonna show you how we get there, assuming we make it. You'll be discovering things along with us at the same time. We're gonna catch one of these green buses. I think they go to PTL. We'll have to ask the bus driver before we get on though. Got off the bus, I think we're in PTL. I'm not entirely sure. We're at a town square, so I think we're in the right spot. We're gonna walk around, do some exploring. We're gonna get some waters first. I don't really know what we're gonna do here. We're not very hungry, so I think that scratches food off the list. But we're gonna see what this place is all about. All right, the lady working at OXXO confirmed that we are in fact in PTL. I knew the bus went here, I just wasn't sure when to get off. Spoke with the stand here for the tourism board, which is actually really convenient. We spoke with him about what we could see around here in PTL, and he kind of explained to us that PTL and this area is like all a market within itself, which is kind of how I felt about some of the areas we're in Mexico City. It's like just different shops that sell maybe either souvenirs or different types of food or seafood or you know, fresh fruits and veggies. It's kind of like all around this whole area. There's just nothing but shops. So I think we might walk to a shirt place that he pointed in the direction to. I think it's 2 blocks this way and then maybe 2 or 3 that way. We're just gonna walk around, see if we can explore the shops and kind of get a feel for this place. So we're gonna try and find the shirt place. I think we're giving up on that goal because we're just aimlessly walking around, but it feels weird for me to be in a different area because I feel really comfortable in Mexico and, you know, just in our surroundings, but even being in like a new place that's just 5-10 miles away feels a lot different for me. So I can kind of appreciate maybe how visitors like Chris feel when they come to visit us in Mexico. Ricky Martin here, aka Robert De Niro. What's something like different here to you than like in Vallarta, kind of in El Centro where we're staying?
I feel like it's a lot more authentic.
Probably like way more calm here, I would think, just because it's like there's not like the hustle and bustle of like,
yeah, for sure,
tourism. But
yeah, there's not like a whole lot going on. It's like much more relaxed. Like, I know the beach is supposed to be like relaxing,
yeah,
but there's a lot of people down
there.
Yeah,
well, we've had a great time here in PTL, just walking around, sitting, people watching, just kind of observing our surroundings, getting to know the area. From what I've been told, and again, I could be wrong, someone, if you're from Vallarta or PTL, correct me if I'm wrong, PTL is like a very working class community. It's where a lot of the workers that work in Vallarta, and maybe the hotels, the various restaurants, a lot of them live here in PTL, so I've been told. So it's definitely very, very working class, and like most of the places here cater to those individuals. So it's like supplies and clothes and markets for just for your everyday person living here in the area. So it has a really cool feel to it. It's obviously way less touristy than in Vallarta. Nonetheless, it's still a great place to come to find some great local food. Lots of Michoacanas, like ice cream stores, Zole, pretty much any, I mean, all the best Mexican food in the world. You can find it for sure here in PTL. Right now we are in the main public square, and pretty much all, from what I've been told, again, could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, all cities in Mexico are kind of built around a public square that have like a church kind of at one end, just the place where everybody comes to meet. If there's ever events or dancing or food or festivals, it's going to be here at the public square. So hopefully our visit to PTL was informative for you and gave you a good view of what Mexico looks like, or what at least PTL looks like. Now we're going to catch a cab to our second location, and we're going to give you a completely different perspective of what Mexico looks like. So now that we've set you up for what you think it looks like now, we're going to check something out completely different. So come along. We are at location number 2 for our part 2 of what does Mexico look like videos. We are going to this location primarily because someone commented, I don't have it on my, can't pull it up right now. Someone commented and said, show this area, because people think that Mexico is nothing but desert, cactuses, and donkeys. So we want to highlight that Mexico is not just donkeys and cactuses and desert. So we're going to show you something way different from PTL. We are at the Galleria Mall in Vallarta. Let's go. Now I'm used to filming like the beach and palm trees and stuff, so I don't really know how I'm going to film the mall here. But one good thing about the mall is that it's extremely air conditioned. So on a hot day like today, it feels amazing in here. So when we first came here to Vallarta, I thought that pretty much like only people from the United States or from Canada would come here. But I almost never see Canadians or people from the States here at the mall. I think it's pretty much always Mexicans, which that kind of dispelled my first impressions about the mall. So it's not, people from the States and Canadians aren't the only people who like to go to malls. They do have some things that seem pretty quote-unquote Americanized here. Haagen-Dazs ice cream, Starbucks, some different bigger brands. So if you're like traveling to Puerto Vallarta, I don't exactly recommend coming to the mall, but if you live here and can afford like some nice brands, it's a great place to shop. I can't afford any of these brands, nor I'm not fashionable enough to buy any of this stuff. Maybe Chris has the fashion to pull off some of this stuff. I definitely don't, but we'll show you a little bit of what they have to offer. Well, we're at Quicksilver, and I don't think Quicksilver is exceptionally cheap in the States, but it's definitely not cheap here. Like, I like some of the shorts pretty well for $60, $60 US. Definitely don't like them that much. I think I'll just stick with the ones I have. But that's definitely what you get here in Mexico. If you're looking for some of the more American brands or some brands that you're more familiar with, you're gonna pay that tax on them for sure. We're gonna head into Sfera, and we're gonna see what the prices are like. I think Chris does a lot of his shopping at H&M. I think Sfera is pretty similar to H&M, so we're gonna compare some of the prices, see how he thinks they compare. These shirts are $1.99, it's about 10 bucks. How's that compared to like a semi-plain t-shirt at H&M?
Yeah, it's probably the same.
About the same? Yeah. Shirts are $1.29, so it's about $6 or $7. They're pretty like light, plain. This is like, I love these kind of shirts though, because it's just no logos, nothing crazy going on. You can just buy one of each color. and be set. But I'm too cheap to even buy one, so I'll just stick with the tank tops. They've even got a casino here. It's actually pretty nice. Chris lost 200 pesos, I won 51 pesos, so it was actually a pretty good time. And Chris really likes these motorcycles they have for sale here. Going into Liverpool. Liverpool is like, I don't know a good way to explain. It's kind of like Macy's. It's a big department store, has everything. So like they've got candy and random food items through here, kind of like World Market. And they've got appliances, men's clothes. It's kind of pricey here, I think. If you live in Mexico, let me know what you think about the prices of Liverpool. I think we can't ever shop here. It's definitely a little on the nicer side for us. Leaving the mall here. I know for a lot of our frequent viewers or people that have lived here in Puerto Vallarta, have been here before, you know, a tour of the mall is not exactly your thing, but the whole point is to highlight that there are many sides of Mexico, and just like the person that commented, Mexico is not only donkeys, cacti, and the desert. So there's like, I think a lot of people have their own preconceptions about what Mexico is, and if you're looking for that preconception, you can find that in certain places. But you know, malls aren't only a thing from America. That's one thing I thought of when we went to Mexico City. It was a very modern city. It was, in a lot of ways, more modern than Chicago or New York City even, I thought. So I think kind of the whole point of today's video is to not necessarily think about Mexico as just you know, a very poor country that doesn't have any resources, because there's plenty of nice, beautiful sides to Mexico as well. And even some of the areas that aren't as rich in monetary resources are still, the people there are amazing, and the food and culture are amazing. So it's definitely not something you should discount. So it's actually perfect that we came here today because we missed the rain. So we're gonna go hop in a taxi. Hillary's in Dallas. We're gonna try and check in with her tomorrow. So be sure to check in with us tomorrow to talk to La Güera. Hopefully seeing the mall and PTL kind of gave you two vastly, completely different views of Mexico and of Vallarta. Quick update on my health status. We don't really know what made us sick. Chris got sick as well, not nearly as sick as I did. He mostly had like stomach stuff, whereas I had the stomach stuff plus like a crazy headache and extreme fatigue. We're not sure what caused it. Obviously we had too much to drink, but that's not like normal hangover status. So we're gonna do some research, we're gonna do some digging, and we're gonna try and do an episode about maybe what potentially it could have been, and then what medicine we took that that made us feel better. Because we've taken a probiotic, which I want to do a little more research on before I suggest it to you. Or I don't know that I can suggest medicine to you, but we'll say which one we took. And it seemed like as soon as I took it, like 30 minutes later, like instantly felt a lot better. I was able to get a good night's sleep. So obviously that helped a ton. So we're gonna find out what maybe you could take before coming to Mexico, or maybe just before traveling, seeing if taking some kind of probiotic like this would be beneficial in preventing anything. Although we obviously live here and don't typically have any stomach issues at all. So a little strange. We don't know if it's from the food, from snorkeling possibly. 2 days left with Chris, aka Ricky, aka Robert De Niro. If you saw that impression, we'll have to get him to do that again when he hasn't had 6 drinks and see if it's any good. Or not 6, it was more like 12. We are gonna try and go to Jalapa on Wednesday. That would be Thursday for you. And tomorrow we're gonna try to go to San Pancho, and that will be Wednesday for you, I believe. So we're gonna try and do those things provided we stay healthy. And yeah, hopefully we stay healthy and energized, because we want the rest of Chris's trip to go well. So look forward to those. For some reason we can't, be sure to check us out on facebook.com/kinetic-cannons. We'll give you any updates if like for some reason we get sick again and can't film or whatever, we will let you know on Facebook. That's all we have for you today. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, click the bell that we get notified every time we upload a new video. Hasta mañana.